Today on Deandrea Hamilton Presents.
Yes, we do.
This
we
is
have
what I'm
mac and
talking
cheese,
about.
and now we actually have a jug truck with
What?
the jug chicken, the jug pork, and everything right on the beach.
My
That's
goodness.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so much.
I really love learning. And more than that, I'm a huge fan of sharing what I learn, especially if I believe it enhances the quality of life. Because who wants to live a life lacking in quality? So I'll show you the most interesting people, the most intriguing places, and the most impressive plans in and around our one Caribbean. Handpicked by me for a one-on-one chat sure to deliver on what matters most. My new show, Deandrea Hamilton Presents. Deandrea Hamilton Presents was filmed at Beaches, Turks, and Caicos, an amazing all-inclusive luxury resort featuring 5 magnificent villages boasting the architecture and ambiance of Italy, France, the Caribbean, and Key West, all in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Thank you, Beaches, for your world-class hospitality. Deandrea Hamilton Presents, happy to have with me Tanya Swann. What an amazing woman. I remember when I first met her, nervous and coy, but always bristling and just filled with brilliance. You could see it was just a matter of time before she really stepped into her role. She was in sales and she was at Beaches, and she's still at Beaches, Turks and Caicos 20 years later. She tells me, and now she heads up so much more and does so much marketing. Groups and conventions is a specialty here at the resort, and all night long she running, making sure the guests are well taken care of. In case you didn't know it, recently held in Miami, Florida was CHRIS, the Caribbean Hotel, Resorts and Investment Summit. I think you got that right. Speaking at that summit was the CHTA president, Nicola Madden Gregg, and she said something that caught my ear. 87% average occupancy for the Turks and Caicos as number 1 in the Caribbean region. Ain't no doubt in my mind, Beaches, Turks and Caicos behind that a lot, because this place is on fire. I wrong?
You're correct. You are correct. For sure.
What is going on? People just love them some beaches.
Oh, yeah, I think when someone look to vacation somewhere, they like to feel at home. Mm-hmm. And when any guest comes through that gate, they are home. Mm-hmm. Because we are a family here. Mm-hmm. So we treat them as their own family. I mean, they always say blood, you have to be family, you have to be blood, but that's not here at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. They make so many friends with the staff that's here. And we have children that come here from babies, and every year they come for vacation, and now they're big women and men, and they come back and they see the friendly faces of the team members, management staff. I mean, from the housekeeper to the guy taking care of the grounds. Yes. Everybody has a friend here, so we are one big family. So coming here, also we have a lot of amenities that the guests can have. From the adults down to the little children, they have their own camps. They can do what they want to do. And mom and dad can go off and do adult things that they would like as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just a lot here to do.
I think so. For me, it's like an entire city. And of course, I think it's all about Cookie Monster.
Well, cookies for you, but Mr. Redman, for me,
you like
Elmo.
Oh,
of course. Elmo is everybody's favorite. And speaking about Elmo, just 3 weeks ago, I had a family that came back, and all the little guy talked about was Elmo, Elmo, Elmo. His mom sent a picture. He had his Elmo backpack already, his blanket. Yes. And when he got here, I actually set up a photo shoot for Elmo.
So it's like a celebrity sighting when they see them. Mm-hmm. When I first stayed at Beaches, Turks and Caicos, I stayed in the French Village. And so that's where my heart is, because that's where I fell in love with this property. And I was just sort of relaxing and sauntering through your meandering trails, looking at the beautiful flowers. And then, of course, there's that expansive pool. They didn't pay me for any of this, I promise. It is truly like that. It's like you're in a French country garden. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yes. And then guess who came traipsing along? The Count.
and Cookie Monster. And I literally got on my little cell phone and I called my mother and I said, Mommy, I said Cookie Monster. See, here's a cookie. For me. Listen, that was just, I mean, I think this property, because of course, the diversity of the villages, the wide array of things that any age group has to do, but the special touches you guys think about, looks like you think about everything from a nurse
For sure.
to where I might want an ice cream cone, like you got it positioned at just the right place. You still got mac and cheese?
Yes, we do.
This
we
is
have
what I'm
mac
talking
and cheese,
about.
and now we actually have a jack truck with
What?
the jack chicken, the jack pork, and everything right on the beach.
My
Yes,
goodness.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's just so much. You
Right,
have
right.
22 dining options
Yes.
that you can eat from. I mean, every village depicts its own speciality. When it comes to rooms, when it comes to restaurants, we have 15 bars, 10 pools. So, of course, it's just a lot to do. But even persons coming here and don't indulge in all of the amenities, it still feels like they are. Because you can relax by the adult-only pool, the hammocks, the cabanas, and just have a wonderful vacation.
Yeah, it's and then when you come into the grounds, it's so lush, it's beautiful, it's tropical, the colors, it's just really well done. Really well done.
I know our chairman, God rest his soul, he takes a lot in his gardening and stuff, and we have about 25 to 30 staff that takes care of the grounds here.
Yeah, and the food is of course delicious.
It's wonderful.
Not because it's a buffet.
No.
It's really, really good.
It is. And then talking about food, I mean, a lot we see these days with persons with special dietary needs and stuff like that. So we do have a culinary chef that handles any special dietary needs if guests come. Celiac, gluten-free, even for the children or even for the oldest grandparent, if they have any dietary needs. Their food is handled differently. They will meet with the chef and plan their meal for the duration of their stay. Nothing to worry about.
Wow. We're going to take a little break. We come back, talk to Tanya more about some other specialty areas that often we get to see in media from, the lens of their photographers on property. And it often involves our very special children.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
How do I know if I am squatting on Crown land? If you do not have any official documentation from the land registry demonstrating your title to the land, it is likely that you are squatting. If you are unsure, you should check the property ownership records at the land registry or hire a professional surveyor or an attorney to determine the legal status of the land. It is essential to ensure you have the right to occupy and use the property to avoid legal issues. For more information, call the Informal Settlement Unit 344-0478 or visit their website and follow on their social media.
Elevate your healthcare experience with InterHealth Canada Turks and Caicos Islands Hospital's MyCare Corner portal and mobile application. Request an email registration invitation at mycarecorner@interhealthcanada.tc to enjoy personalized care features like appointment reminders, lab results, medical information, and secure messaging.
Tanya Swann is a special lady because she gets to work at one of the best properties in the world. But what we like to say in the Turks and Caicos is this special property gets our Tanya. And Tanya is just truly in love with what she does, and you can tell. And we're so proud of your evolution and all of the things you do to keep Turks and Caicos on the map. I was joking with you, but I'm serious now. You have really been a lot of places bigging up your home country. Tell us about some of these sales trips that you get to take.
Okay, so with Sandals and Beaches, especially when we had the hurricane and we were closed, we did what we call Sandals unveilings. So we went throughout 19 states in the U.S., just talking about Turks and Caicos, not only talking about the resort, but talking about Turks and Caicos, the destination on a whole. I mean, I got to stand up in front of a room full of travel advisors, just letting them know that BTC will be open and then the country would be back open as well. I mean, a lot of travel advisors, they come here themselves with their families, but they also book their clients. This destination, I mean, we have beautiful by nature, and then we have the last of the true exotics beaches, Turks and Caicos.
Oh, so I like that. Tell me about some of the places did you actually, what was among the 19?
I did Houston, Texas.
Sure.
I did Arizona. I did Chicago. So just to name a few, but it was just the experience, because for me, like you said, I've been here for 20 years. I didn't start out in the sales department, but getting there and getting to see a diverse of persons that I deal with. I mean, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love my job. I love what I do, and just making someone happy is all that makes me happy as well.
Yeah, you really catch that Butch George spirit. So I'm gonna go right to Butch George because he's the late Butch George. We lost him. I know you must miss him though.
Of course we do. I mean, it's not the same with having him pop up, walking through, and he always, hey baby girl, how you doing? And he's just so laid back and relaxed with the team members and everything. It's like we're his family.
So
as
did
well.
you call him Butch or Mr. Stewart?
Oh, no,
What was it?
Mr. Stewart.
Mr. Stewart.
I call him Mr. Stewart, and he go like, no, Butch is fine, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Mr. Stewart is
Mr.
fine.
Stewart.
Yes. But he was one of those that, you know, whenever he comes on resort, he sees, he stops, he says hello to the staff, take 2 minutes, everything good, everything shaken. You know, that was the type of person that he was. And not everywhere you go, you find the top person being that close with you. You know, you'll hear the CEO or the founder on resort, but you don't get to see him.
Yeah.
But he takes his time to walk around his property and just to see not what's going on, but to see the staff.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. And you do a lot of things for the staff. Your staff is very diverse. As a matter of fact, when I first visited and I had that wonderful stay at the French Village, I think I loved the fact that I could hear so many Caribbean accents. Beaches, Sandals Resorts International, actually, they're everywhere in the Caribbean, just about anyway. And I believe I'm going to hear they're going to be in some places, some other places real soon. And we know you just did St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is great. Congratulations. But just hearing the variety of Caribbean people, it's a nice touch, I think.
It is for sure. I mean, Sandals and Beaches is the top hotel brand in the Caribbean, for sure. I mean, you got Barbados, you got St. Lucia, you got Antigua, like you mentioned, St. Vincent, the new one. We got Curacao. I mean, beautiful Turks and Caicos.
Absolutely.
And sure. But I mean, getting persons from all over to come together and be a diverse family like that, it speaks volumes to our chairman and his vision for his properties.
Right, and recently signing with the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College and other institutions, regional learning institutional. Again, this is a vision of Butch George. I'm gonna train you. I'm gonna get you. What do you do up to master's degree? I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
At the Sandals
that's with
Corporate
the Sandals
University.
Corporate University. I mean, that has been a program that has helped all of us, especially myself. I can testify to it because since I've been working here, I've gotten my associates, my bachelor's, and my master's.
What, you got masters?
Yes.
Boom.
In hotel, tourism, and leadership,
Right.
right here while working
Right.
on the job as well. And then our newest project is they signed on with FIU.
Yes.
So we have different cohorts with team members, managers, line staff that go and getting further educated in the roles that they are. So the opportunities are there for sure with Sandals University. And the most recent one was the MOU with Turks and Caicos Community College. I think it's very good that the institution, that the company and the government and the community college got together to plan for the future for us here and also those who want to come on board.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a break.
Moving money Money from one site to the next? Lots of cash transactions make you vulnerable? Need eyes on your investments no matter where you are? Are you looking for professional security escorts for your high net worth guests? Want to support Neighborhood Watch with skilled patrols? Sounds like you need security solutions at Swann Security Services. Established in the Turks and Caicos since 1998. Get armored truck escort services from $150 and contact Swann Security for free consultation. Dependable, professional service you can trust. That's Swann Security.
As a man who loves spending time with family, does whatever it takes to keep my wife happy, and works hard to grow a successful business, it is important for me to stay on top of my game. With Flow's new family plans, I get to keep all my favorite things in one place. With 80 gigabytes of data to share with up to 4 family members and unlimited local anywhere talk and text, I get one bill that covers my entire family for as low as $60 per line and no surprise charges. All I had to do was add my home internet to my mobile, switch to Flow for more savings and more value. Flow helps me look out for my family's greatest needs, keep my customers happy, stay connected to everything I love, and have more time for the right things.
From the house opening to the deal closing and all that happens in between, we are real estate pros who never settle until our clients are settled. We know the school districts, the shopping districts, and the you gotta live there districts. Over 50 years ago, we put ourselves on the real estate map, then totally changed the landscape. Today, we're more than 140,000 strong, with each pair of hands building a legacy and shaping our tomorrow. This is our time, and this is our century.
So many things happen here at Beaches, Turks and Caicos to keep the TCI on top as a regional destination, a global destination as a matter of fact. It has a number of World Travel Awards under its belt, and recently during the CRIS conference held in Miami, Florida, the president of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Nicola Madden Gregg, said, guess who's number one in occupancy? On average, it's the Turks and Caicos. No surprise, not to me, not when I see how the airport's crammed. It ain't exactly a happy thing, but it's crammed. It's full of people. Your water can't flow because there's so much of people. We can't fit the people in the housing, so much of people. Turks and Caicos is really growing and doing well in that area and giving people unforgettable vacations. One of the things I think that helps it though is that the Sandals Resorts family always establishes these real important relationships, and you celebrate the people who make it happen.
Yes.
You're not smart. You're not smart. We're Global Travel Advisors Day, May 1st, every year. You better believe it. Beaches having a party.
Yes, we do. And then what we have done over the years, there have been selected travel advisors that has come down to celebrate this day. And it's not just in Turks and Caicos. There's a set at every one of our properties. Whoever is vacationing, they're on vacation, we invite them for that one day, couple of hours. We have a beautiful lunch for them.
Yes.
And one of the things is our Minister of Tourism, Honorable Josephine Connolly, she would be in presence of them.
Yes.
The CEO for TCHTA, Ms. Stacey Cox, and then of course we invite all the media so they can get to be a part of it as well. So this year we celebrated on May 1st in the conference room in the Caribbean Village. We had 87 travel advisors that was here, along with our BD business development managers from UVI, Mr. Gary Sedler, our executive vice president. I think the world loves him, but he also had him. And we recognize the travel advisors that were there for their continued support to the brand. Yeah. I mean, these travel advisors, all the travel advisors who are in partnership with Beaches and Sandals, they support the brand. I mean, when I tell you they support the brand not just by booking their clients, they book their own family vacations, and they also look out for us as team members. They check up on us just to see how we are doing and stuff like that. I mean, And Sandals, of course, they invest in the travel advisors also.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Take another little break. When we come back, we're going to tell you about some of these programs I just love that happen at this property for our special children.
From the house opening to the deal closing and all that happens in between, we are real estate pros who never settle until our clients are settled. We know the school districts, the shopping districts, and the you gotta live there districts. Over 50 years ago, we put ourselves on the real estate map, then totally changed the landscape. Today, we're more than 140,000 strong, with each pair of hands building a legacy and shaping our tomorrow. This is our time, and this is our century.
Deandrea Hamilton Presents was filmed at Beaches, Turks, and Caicos, an amazing all-inclusive luxury resort featuring 5 magnificent villages boasting the architecture and ambiance of Italy, France, the Caribbean, and Key West, all in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Thank you, Beaches, for your world-class hospitality.
Tanya Swann is with us from Beaches, Turks, and Caicos, and I promised we would talk about some very special programs. I just love that Beaches has incorporated into its offerings. It shows how thoughtful the company is, and we're talking about for children with autism or on the autism spectrum, and maybe even some others I don't know about.
Yes. Well, when you speak about persons on the autism spectrum, we just don't categorize it to children, because we do have adults.
It's true.
That's also on the spectrum, and we do have the program extended to them as well.
That's good.
Yes. So we do have the program. First and foremost, all of our managers, all of our kids camp personnel, the Beaches buddies, we are all certified to deal with any person that's on the autism spectrum. The resort, the company itself is also certified, because every resort has the certification as well. So we have children that comes down here on the spectrum. We have adults that comes down as well. We have in the camp what we call the Beaches buddy. They are, maybe we will say they're nannies, but they are Beaches buddies because they are a buddy to the person. They know exactly how the individual is. Now, how this happens is, once you book a stay with us here, for that with someone, an individual in your family on the spectrum, then there's a form that you would fill out. It's called a pre-travel form.
Right.
This form has questions such as, how the child or the adult is, because we will know then what status of the spectrum that they are on. So once we know that, then we will know how to pair them with a Beaches buddy versus if they can actually handle some of the programs that we have. Because you see the different status when it comes to, some cannot handle noise, some cannot handle the loudness, whether it's children laughing or people playing, some can't speak and different stuff like that. So once we get the status of that individual, then we know how to handle them. We know which program to put them in, whether they can hang out with the children or they have to be one-on-one supervised as well. And the same thing goes for an adult that's on the spectrum.
Wow.
And we do see a lot of them these days, the adult ones as well, that's on the spectrum. And honestly and truly, it gives the family a break.
Yeah.
We have had a story over the years where this one family had this child that was on the spectrum. And for years, they never went anywhere on vacation. They were always home. But when the company expanded and did the autism program, they traveled to Beaches, Turks, and Caicos for the first time. And they could not stop talking about the moment they had to just woosah and breathe.
Yeah.
The kids camped, the Beaches party, they took care of the child. Mom and dad was able to have a candlelight dinner on the beach. They were able to go to the spa because they were relaxed to know that someone was taking care of their child. There was someone that could, other than them, that can handle the situation. Because not everybody can. Not everybody is built for that. You would love to have a child. Sometimes something goes wrong and it happens so where there are special needs, but not everybody can handle it. But Mr. Stewart our founder and even our executive chairman, Mr. Adam Stewart, continues to push the program because it was always the inception of family.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. I mean, that and it's something you probably take for granted when you have children that are not on the autism spectrum.
You just feel like
I'll go on a holiday. But these people really got a holiday.
They really
and the child got a holiday.
And the child got a
And
holiday.
they had the comfort to know everything would be okay
Yes.
because people were trained and knew how to manage.
And these persons, it continues to add to our returning guests.
Yeah.
Because they keep coming back because they get that satisfaction with the service in that area.
Listen, you could hear your sincerity. And that you're really vested, and we're just so proud of you. Which island in the TCIU hail from,
The
Tanya?
beautiful Grand Turks.
Right?
Hospital
Hospital, she going on the road and all.
Yes.
Hospital road, and we have much to be proud of in an individual like you. You're winning accolades on not just a local level, but a regional level, international level. We voting for you all the way, Tanya, because it's just been a pleasure to watch you mature in this and to see your sincere love. You done nearly make me cry about 3 times now. And that's not extremely hard to do, but it's sort of hard to do.
Yes.
And it's special. This is a special place.
It is for sure. I mean, over the years, 20 years, starting as the Secretary for Food and Beverage and being the director today. And for me, it's not about the positions that I've held on, but it's about the experience along the way. And it's also about the potential that management saw in me.
Yes.
But the biggest thing for me is what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's what I wanted. And I see that I continuously want more. I want to develop.
Yeah.
I want to make people happy. And personally and professionally, for the last 20 years, I have grown. I have grown both personally and professionally. I've gone through some stuff that has really knocked me down. Personally lost. Recently I lost my mom. But it has helped me to grow because she taught me independence, and she taught me that whatever you want, you go after it. And you work hard, and if you're dealing with people, you know what to do. You be nice, you be kind, you be courteous. Some days you're going to meet some rough people, and you might not want to deal with it, but the job that you are in, you'll get through it.
Congratulations. Thank you. Wonderful story. These are the people who keep our Caribbean